everyone, it's Christine. I'm sorry this video is a day late. A lot has happened today. I finally figured out my schooling situation. So yeah, but I'm going to answer the questions first. I didn't have time to actually watch the videos. I just looked at the questions. I'm sorry guys. One of these days I'll actually watch the videos. I'm really sorry. I'll get caught up eventually. It's just right now with the school stuff and promise this next weekend is Saturday. Yay! So, anyway, okay, Lauren's question was, do you have any pets? And I have two puppies. One's a Chihuahua, and her name is Kiwi, and we adopted her from the animal shelter back when I was in 7th grade. And then the other one is named Ella, which is short for Cinderella, and we adopted her on my 16th birthday, actually. So, I love them so much. Oh, and Ella's a Pomeranian. So I have a Pomeranian and a Chihuahua. They're really quiet. I'm sorry. They're not quiet. They're the most yappy dogs in the world. They're really cute. They're not quiet at all. That's actually an issue. They bark so much. Like, someone random comes in the house, and even if it's a friend that they've seen before, like one of my friends, they'll bark like crazy, and it's really annoying. Like, I love my babies, but they can't be quiet, and it's really annoying. So I don't know, maybe we need to socialize them more or something. I don't know what's going on with that. It's really, really, really frustrating. Rianne's question. I love your question. I love your question. I could go on for hours about this question. Her question was, how has your school screwed you over because of your pots? My schooling situation throughout high school has been insane, and I'm glad I finally have it figured out. In 9th grade, I was on dance team. I kind of went into the semester, I was diagnosed with POTS in 8th grade, but I kind of went into 9th grade thinking, you know, I'm not sick, I'm fine, kind of like that whole, like, nothing's wrong with me mentality. Yeah, so I went into that thinking that I ended up, by October, I was completely on homebound. And then I was hospitalized in January and February, and I was on homebound pretty much the rest of the year. Homebound at my school is where they have a teacher come to you a couple times a week, and you take all your classes at home, and then your tutor takes your work back and, like, to and from the school and turns it in for you. So the teacher just communicates with the homebound tutor, and that's how you get your classes. 9th grade wasn't bad. 9th grade was not bad. The way my high school does it, I was at a different campus at 9th grade. So I was at a different campus, and it was wonderful. It was great. I got enough credits. It was an okay year. They handled everything well. And then I get to the main campus in 10th grade. And again, I start off thinking, I'm going to be okay, let's try full time. I end up on homebound within the first 2 months. My assistant principal at that point was miserable. Like, I can't even tell y'all how many credits and stuff, credit issues there were, seat time issues. I got through that year, though. It was fine. It was stressful, it was terrible. I got a 75 in geometry because the teacher put in zeros because the homebound teacher didn't get the quizzes and the tests to him, and so he put them into zeros even though I made like 90s on the tests and quizzes and I didn't deserve that 75. I should have had an A in that class. But, yeah, so I didn't deserve that, and it was really frustrating, but we didn't fight it. It was whatever. Get to 11th grade, start off the year again on varsity drill team, thinking I'm going to be fine. This is going to be my year. No. I was on homebound again within the first 3 months. By October, I was on homebound. This was my hard year. This was the year I switched to charter school because the fall, I got credit. They let me have credit. The spring, my assistant principal wouldn't grant me credit because I'd missed so much, but I had A's in all my classes. How many students can tell you that they have an A in Sign Language 2, Algebra 2, and U.S. History like I did without being there? I mean, I was absent for like 50 days. I understand. I was absent like crazy. But they wouldn't grant me credit. So it was around this time last year that I switched to the charter school. Because the charter school was going to revive my credit and give me back my credit because I had A's. They were like, you absence failed, but you had A's, so here, we're going to give you the credit for it. So I did that. And I stayed at the charter school throughout the fall, and it was wonderful at the time because, I'm sorry, I'm being spacey, guys. I'm really tired today. I'll get into why I'm tired later. But anyway, I stayed at the charter school. It was great at the time, 4 hours a day, afternoon. I was still absent a lot, though. Then in the spring, we started realizing, oh crap, if I want to be on the regular program, I need to have a language, and I already took a year and a half of sign language. I really don't want to cram in 2 years of Spanish. I want to graduate on time. So we have decided, which is what I've been talking about recently, I switched back to the public high school that gave me all the issues, because here's the thing, the vice principal that gave me all the issues is gone. He's not there no more. So we came back, and I actually transferred, and I went back today for my first day, and it was wonderful. And my assistant principal's wonderful. He takes care of the 504 plans. And then the other assistant principal that's been helping us through all this and like getting everything set has been wonderful. This is what they ended up doing for me. My school has 4 periods. I go for second period from 9:30 to like 11:30. Is pretty much the time that I'm up. And then I can stay for lunch if I want to for tutorials, or just stay for lunch. And then I'm going to take my math and my science at night school from like 5 to 8 o'clock at night. So, honestly, it's going to work out great. It really is. I'm very happy that they made that exception, because that's not normal. They made an exception for me, and the one vice principal talked to like, the superintendent of special services and like disability services and things like that. So, I mean, they're being great to me this year. And I don't think attendance is going to be an issue. I don't think seat time is going to be an issue, because I only go from 9:30 to 11:30. I have this huge break. Then I have night school, and night is my good time. So I start night school next week, so I'll let you know how that goes. But I did just start back at sign language 2 from 9:30 to 11:30 today. I'm concerned about that class because I haven't taken sign language in a year. So I walk in today, and they're doing the warm-up. And the warm-up's like, the guy signs, like, each student takes a turn, like, doing the warm-up, like, you switch off every day, okay, this student and this student. And so the guy that was signing the warm-ups today, like, it's like different signs, and we have to write them down. I didn't know any of them. Like, I caught the finger spelling stuff that they were signing, but I couldn't, like, the signs that they were signing, I had no idea what they were. So it's going to be hard, but as long as I pass, grades are locked in right now. So as long as I pass, I'm fine. I graduate on time. Everything will be good as long as I pass. But my teacher is wonderful. I had her sophomore year for a while. And then I had the other sign language teacher last year, but she's at different campuses now. But yeah, so the teacher's great. And I think this is going to work out. And I'm really excited for the last 9 weeks of my high school. And I'm excited to graduate on time. I'm excited to graduate with my friends. I'm excited to go off to college. I'm excited that all this is working out. I really am. But no, that was a really long question that kind of went into how my week has been. But yeah, 10th and 11th grade were really hard with the vice principal that I had. He just didn't want to deal with me. It probably didn't help that I had my mom do most of the advocating for me at that point, just because I was so sick. But, he didn't like me. He didn't like me and didn't want to deal with me, because if we had ever brought up, well, can I just go for second period and go for night school? He would have been like, no, we can't do that. But the assistant principal that's been helping us, like, she looked into it, and she found out that, oh yeah, okay, we can make that exception, we can do that for you. Like, he just didn't want to help me. He was not helpful. He was terrible. So, that's what I'm doing, and I'm excited to graduate with my friends that I've gone to. I mean, I've been in the school district since I was in kindergarten, so I'm very excited for all this. I'm very excited to graduate with my friends and do all the senior stuff and everything. So that's what happened. This week has been miserable. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. I had a really bad cold for, like, last Sunday when I made a video, and then I had a terrible throat infection. Like, it was bad, and I'm on antibiotics for that right now. And then I had my period, and it was miserable. And it was miserable. Like, I get terrible cramps, like, literally to the point where I'm throwing up and, like, passing out from the pain. And I take Vicodin for that. And I decided on Thursday, okay, I'm just going to take Advil today because I want to go hang out with friends. So I'm just going to see if Advil works, because my doctor at one point said as long as I keep up with the Advil, it might handle my cramps to the point where I can, like, deal with them. No. Advil alone does not do anything. I was miserable Thursday night. Completely miserable. It was the worst night I've had in so long. But I took Vicodin all weekend and slept a lot this weekend. And yeah, and I'm still kind of stuffy. Sorry if my voice is kind of sounding weird. But, yeah, so that was my week. And then I'm back at school this week, and then prom is this Saturday. I'm excited to show y'all pictures next Sunday. I'm very excited for prom. Get to go spend it with my friends. I have a date, but it's this guy that I used to date, and we're just friends now. It's that guy that I always talk about. So, he's going with me as a friend. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. And then I start school next Monday. So yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say. Question. I have no idea. I didn't think about what question I was gonna ask. Okay, so I'm eating a candy bar right now. So I love these Mr. Good bars. I love these so much. They're so good. It's chocolate with peanuts in it. They're like my obsession right now. So what's your favorite candy bar? I'll just ask that because I have nothing else. I can't think of anything else right now. So, yeah. Okay, well, I will talk to y'all next Sunday. And I hope everyone's healthy. And I love y'all. See y'all later.